Stop scrolling for money advice from people who do not have a license to lose. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm Misty Newsome, CPA. I help travel creators build clean books, smart tax strategy, and financial systems that actually support your growth. If you care about scaling your business without chaos and without IRS surprises, you're in the right place. Go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. You handle the content, I handle the numbers, the structure, and the compliance. Let's get into it. All right, so spring break season is here. What does that mean for travel content creators? Usually you're so busy planning trips, brand shoots, and even personal travel mixed in. But when creators try to go out of office, something usually happens. Maybe invoices don't go out, payments get missed, expenses pile up, receipts disappear, or bookkeeping gets delayed. Instead of resting, you either come back to financial chaos or you're spending your vacation working, sitting on invoices, making sure things are still happening. An important point here is that a business that collapses when you step away isn't scalable. Most creator businesses like yours rely heavily on the creator doing everything. That means you're wearing hats like operations manager, finances, bookkeeping, invoicing, content creation, partnership, brand manager, admin work, and tax tracking. This works when you're actively managing everything. But when you decide to step away, the back end stops running. And as a single owner firm, I feel that exact same thing when I travel with my family. I have to make sure that I have set up my team for success. Travel creators especially experience this because they are often traveling, filming, editing, you're negotiating deals, you're visiting tourism boards. Financial tasks can easily get pushed aside. And a lot of creators say, it's all right, I'll handle the finances when I get back. But catching up later often ends to missed deductions or lost receipts, incorrect expense tracking, unpaid invoices, late estimated tax planning, and truthfully, stress. You did not get into content creating because you wanted to be an accountant. Nobody starts their business because they want to be an accountant. They start their business because they are passionate about what they do. From a CPA perspective, this is where financial mistakes compound. The longer bookkeeping waits, the longer your financial systems are out of date, the harder it gets to fix. A creator business should be able to run financially even when you're offline or for a week or two. It does it for me. We take a 2-week road trip every year. We'll take a 10-day vacation. My team can still get the job done because we have financial back-end systems in place. Those systems can look like automated invoicing or setting yourself up when you know you're going out of town to have invoices go out at a certain time. Clear expense tracking. One of the biggest things that has helped me and a lot of my clients is this app on our phone called HubDoc. And as soon as you spend something that you know is business related, you snap a picture of it and then you throw that receipt away. It's not something you have to keep up with. Monthly bookkeeping, it needs to be a system that you have in your business, no matter if you're a CPA or a content creator. Separate business accounts. If you have a trip that is partial business and partial personal, which we talked about in one of our first videos, make sure that you know which card you're using for which account and for which part of the travel. Organized financial reports is a system that you need. And when those systems exist, stepping away doesn't create chaos. Your finances continue to run in the background as they should. Unfortunately, many content creators are DIYers, right? You figured out editing, you figured out videography, you figured out brand ambassadorship and how to talk to people. You are the marketing department, right? Unfortunately, DIY accounting systems often depend entirely on you, the creator, remembering to do things like manually sending those invoices to that brand deal, or tracking expenses in a notes app on your phone, or organizing 12 months of receipts at tax time. April is never the time to organize the prior year's information. Or having to check payments across multiple platforms to make sure your brand deals came through and your payments came in. Those systems can easily break when you're traveling international or you don't have great data, when you're filming and your phone's blowing up, someone's asking you for something, or if you're just offline for several days, or you're focused on content, you don't want that back and forth in your mind of, did I do this? Did I forget this? Is someone paying me? Financial systems should not depend on your memory or your availability. To truly step away from your business, you need amazing systems. And as a CPA, obviously we are talking and can help you with financial systems, but we've helped business owners with so many different types of systems implement and get ready for that next step and that scalability of their business. Obviously, number one is consistent bookkeeping, and we would absolutely adore it if you would partner with us in that. I have been a CPA for 22 years now in this great state of Texas. I know bookkeeping like the back of my hand. I hire people who know bookkeeping like the back of their hand. We do not want you spending and wasting your time researching how to categorize something when we already know it and we can help you. Another thing is organized income tracking. It's as simple as pulling a few reports once a month and making sure that we have everything tied out. Clear expense categorization. Again, I mentioned this in a past video. You don't want the same expense to be categorized in 3 different accounts throughout the year. That not only lends itself to unlendability when it comes to loans or mortgages, but it also creates chaos when you're trying to read a financial statement and understand if an expense got more expensive or if a rate was raised. And then monthly financial reviews. This does involve you, but we can make it easier, or good professional service providers like CPA firms can make it easier if we are explaining those reviews that you're doing on your systems each month. They create financial visibility, tax accuracy, and operational stability. This is really what allows creators like you to take time off without stress. The goal for travel creators isn't just making money. It's to build a business that operates smoothly without them, that supports their travel and their time off with their family, and more importantly, supports long-term growth. You can't grow if you have no idea what you're growing towards. When your financial back end is organized, you gain clarity, confidence, and the freedom to step away from that business and to do what you do best, what fills you up, what is the reason you started your business, so you can have that entrepreneurial spirit and that time away to do what you love. Your business supports your lifestyle, not instead trap you in a constant admin work. If this was helpful, please, first of all, go read the blog that we've linked below. We spend a lot of time putting a lot of information out there so you can read it. But secondly, subscribe for practical financial guidance built for travel creators who are scaling for the long term. See you next time.